Hey, what's going on? It's your girl, that's IkwerreGirl Acheru, all the way from London, UK. What up? I'm the only Ikwerre girl living in London. You can argue with yourself. It's Friday and we are musing again. Your every Friday musing. If you love my channel and you love what I do, go hit the red button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you get updated about new videos being uploaded. You'll be the first to catch up on it. Remember that we got giveaways from time to time, so you don't want to be the last to find out about the giveaway. You want to find out when the giveaway is hot in the pan. Why are we here? It's come to the end of May. It has come to the end of May. And this is the 5th month of the year. We got like in 7 months time, it's going to be Christmas, or 6 months-ish. It's going to be Christmas. How has your year been? How has it been for you so far? We've had the whole virus pandemic and lockdown and locked in and locked out and stuff like that. But you know what? We're coming to the end of May and a lot of countries are beginning to ease down on the lockdown. I know here in the UK, children are expected to go back to school, whether that makes sense or not. Don't ask me. I don't know. In places like France, they gave the go at letting children go back to school. But what happened? New cases came up and boom, 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 shut down a lot of schools again. In some other countries, it's working out fine. In Nigeria, the lockdown, no lockdown is kind of like an offshore arrangement where you have 2 days in the rig and 2 days out of the rig, 2 weeks in, 2 weeks out, 2 weeks on call and 2 weeks not on call. But where I think everybody around the world is trying to wrap their head around it. Well, however, you know what it is? We're coming to the end of May. In terms of football and sports, we're going back to the fields, and Liverpool is going to have the opportunity to bring it home. So Liverpool fans are so excited because we're going back to the game, and it seems like a bright side. It's positivity here and there. But what is the biggest news right now for the month of May? Like I said, so many things have happened this year, and most of the month ends have ended on some sort of positive note and something you can dance about and sing about. However, the month of May has kind of ended on a very sad note. Now, what's going on in America is really sad. You have so many cases of the killing of young African-American individuals, men, women, they get arrested and killed for just being black. You understand? So there's the big issue right now with George Floyd's murder. And it's just really sad because there's riots in Minneapolis and things are burning down. Right now they burned down the police station. They're burning down things in the province. And it's just, why? Because something happened. People need to be called to justice about what's happening. But it looks like the law and the system is protecting them. So while people are saying we want justice, you had all of the police, everybody in the police department guarding the apartment building of where the perpetrator was staying, which is what triggered the riots and stuff like that. Like, no, you're going to bring him out. Get him out there. We want justice. And it's just sad, because there's loads of posts on Facebook and everything. And I've listened to a lot of people talk and I'm just like, yeah, racism is a sad thing. It exists. Some people believe that, black people are hurting and our white friends need to come and stand up, stand up with us. Yeah, but you understand, it's also confusing because yes, they say there's going to be prosecution, there's going to be a case, but a lot of times when it doesn't come to the media's face, when it doesn't come to the frontline news, there's loads of nothing happens. So there's loads of black African Americans being killed, being imprisoned falsely, and nobody hears about, and nothing is done about it. So the reason why it's even in the news is because of the uproar, because of things that people did. Paint a scenario, for instance, right? Let's say no one said anything about the George Floyd's murder, and everybody just, doesn't concern me. We wouldn't be hearing about justice. The reason why it is something that people are looking into is because of the reaction. It's because of the reaction. So for everyone that believes that Black Lives Matter, you should be standing up for this. You understand? And one thing I don't understand is, whenever you talk about Black Lives Matter, the next thing you see is all lives matter. The truth of the matter is, I find that quite offensive. Do you know why? Because we know all lives matter. Everyone knows all lives matter. But the people who don't matter are the black lives. So that's why people are saying Black Lives Matter. It's not the time to say all lives matter. Right now, we're focusing on an issue and several incidents of black people being killed. So when people say Black Lives Matter, the response shouldn't be all lives matter. It's almost like saying something like, right now we need to stay home and stay safe because the COVID virus is killing people. And then you step up and say, how about homeless people? How about this? How about that? We're not saying those things don't exist. We're saying right now the focus is on this thing. I find it, for one, a bit like, I don't know what it is. It's almost like saying Black Lives Matter and someone puts a post and says animal cruelty. We're not saying there's no animal cruelty. We're saying that right now the focus is on something. Let's all focus on that. I think saying all lives matter, we know that. We're just saying that for now, we are focusing on an issue, a problem. If people start killing all the Hispanics and killing all the Mexicans and they say Mexican lives matter, that's not the time to say Black lives matter. That's the time to concentrate on that and solve the problem. During the protest, the police station, Minneapolis police station, has been set on fire. It's getting mad out there. But it's interesting where in the process of trying to prove a point, in the process of trying to prove something to the public about what's going on, to get some justification and some closure, reporter got arrested. I'm unclear why he's being arrested, because he's doing a job as a reporter, doing stuff. It kind of reminds me about a story a couple of months back where this doctor who goes around trying to administer tests and helps to homeless people was harassed by the police and saying, no, I need to see your ID card. It's almost like the other time when people were jogging and they got shot. It doesn't end. It's one thing or the other. And my concern is we can burn things down, we can do this, and you get just a little bit of justice because of the uproar. But guess what? Give it a couple of weeks later, there's going to be another person who was shot jogging, or shot having a picnic, or shot because they went to the gym, or shot because they were walking, doing something in a park. When does it end? When does it end? You know why we have this issue? Because the people that are in the place to take a stand, to make a decision about this, to stop it, they don't really care. They don't really care. You might get justice for George Floyd, but you're not going to get justice for all Black people. You're just going to get justice for George Floyd. And the reason you're getting justice for George Floyd is because of what you're doing now. Maybe a couple of months later, there'll be another story. You know why it keeps coming? Because people don't really believe in this. People don't really care. They don't care. You are getting attention now because of the reaction. If there was no reaction by the people that were affected, nothing will happen. Now, saying that, there's people that believe, our white friends need to stand up, because if you say all lives matter and you believe that all lives matter, take a stand. You should be in the forefront of the riots. You should be in the forefront of the protest. It's not going to happen. The few people that I've seen say stuff like that, probably to trend. I might be wrong, but it's just sad. It's just sad. It is really sad. And let me quote Benjamin Franklin. You will not get justice until the people who are not directly affected are as outraged as those who are directly affected. You will not get justice until the non-Black people are as outraged as the Black people. It's not going to happen. If you say, I hate racism, and you're not someone that experiences or encounters racism, if you don't stand up and be in the forefront, you don't stand up and be in the forefront of the protests and the decision makers and the posts on Facebook and the campaigns, then there will be no justice. All the people that are directly affected will get is a settlement for that isolated incident. But then you have series of other incidences coming up. Do you know how many George Floyds have been killed in the last couple of years that we never heard about? The only stories we heard about and protested about are those ones that came to light. How about all the other George Floyds? How about all the other that we never heard about? This is the problem. This is why when it happens, it takes so much effort to prove a case, to get ourselves heard. Now, without spending too much time on this, it is the month of May. If you are watching this video and you like my content, please subscribe, hit the notification button, and stay in touch. Also, welcome to the end of May. We're launching into June. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you in June. One love. Peace.